He went head-to-head with 30,000 contestants and stood out as one of the best. Dr. Karim Ellis just placed second in the world's largest speaking competition, the Great American Speak-Off, and today he is sharing the lessons, the mindset, and the motivation behind his success. Good morning, and thank you so much for coming in. We appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate being here as well, Michaela. It's a pleasure, a privilege, and an honor to be here with you this morning.
Yeah, it makes me so happy, and you know, second place that's a huge deal. It's a huge accomplishment. And let's start too just with, what did it feel like to place second out of 30,000 speakers, which was even out of 150,000 people? So you had 150 down to 30 and down to 2. So tell me, what did that mean to you?
Yeah, so I think that when you are gifted and talented at a thing, you know, one of the things you want to do is you want to better your best. And the only way you can do that is to invoke into competition with folks that are doing the very thing that you do. So to know that this competition hit so many people from all over the U.S. delivering their best 2-minute speech, and I ended up second place, I don't have any complaints about it. I grew from the experience.
Yeah, so second place, I mean, that is a huge accomplishment and one that I'm sure that you worked really hard for. You know, tell me about your background and your upbringing and really, what is it that got you to this point?
Yeah, well, I was a kid and got in trouble for talking too much, right? And what else do you do when you get in trouble for talking too much? You take that gift and talent and you figure out how you can create a lifestyle and a payday off of it. But in all seriousness, I believe what you're designed to do in some way, shape, or form, you have literally been doing all your life. Your job is to identify that gift, spend time mastering it, properly plan it, because your gift and talent's not designed to operate everywhere, and most importantly, you have to control that gift.
And so sometimes it can just be recognizing that within yourself, and it's like, what are you really good at? Maybe you're really good at talking or connecting with people, which two things that I know you're great at, and it's cool that you've been able to take that that gift and uplift it too. And you know, what would you say is one mistake that people often make when they are chasing their goals, and how can they avoid doing that? Yeah,
that's a great question. And to segue into that, I'll talk about the concept, because it is actually inside this best-selling book right here called GPS My Success. There's a chapter in this book where we talk about the power of recalculation. And what I mean is simply this: your life works like a GPS. And until you decide where you want to go, that GPS is useless. Now, what happens with most of us, we go along life's superhighway going towards what it is we want, and then we run into a setback or a challenge. Maybe there's traffic, or the road is out, or there's an accident. And what you notice in that moment, the GPS doesn't tell you to go back home and call it quits. It begins to recalculate or reroute, meaning there's more than one way to get to the finish line. And if I'm so bent on thinking I can get there one way, I may throw away multiple opportunities to actually arrive there, maybe quicker, maybe faster. So most people have to learn that when things don't go the way I want it to go, or when Murphy's Law knocks on the door and gives you bad news, you don't let Murphy dictate. You allow yourself to recalculate and reroute to get to your finish line.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that perspective. And you're right. You don't just turn around. You keep going, and maybe it's just in different ways and different manners than you would have expected.
Yeah.
And you know, how can somebody turn their pain or their setback or that roadblock that we were just talking about, you know, into power and purpose?
Yeah, so that's an awesome question as well. There's a message I gave a long time ago called Snake Bitten. And what it revolves around is a guy who was in the Nevada desert. He got bit by a poisonous snake, and he races to the hospital to save his life. Doctors ask 2 questions when he comes through the door. Number 1, why are you here? Number 2, what bit you? Because in order to save your life, we have to give you anti-venom. Now, he got bit by a rattlesnake. And for folks out there that's watching this right now that don't know how anti-venom is made, you take the original venom from the host snake, you mix it with antibodies, and that's how you get anti-venom. It's my firm belief that we all go through situations and circumstances that cause us to get bit by life. Things that can take us out, from divorces to loss of job to health challenges and health scares, even things with our kids. But when we survive those situations and circumstances, we step from being on death's doorstep to becoming what I call walking, talking, living, breathing anti-venom. And in that moment, I can take my challenge and my setback and my struggle and share what I succeeded with other people, which helps them survive that same type of bite.
It's taking that lesson that you learned from it too, and just continuing to pay that forward. I think it's a beautiful mindset to have, especially just in this crazy thing that we call life.
Yeah.
And you know, if someone is interested in watching anything that you have to offer, or just learning the lessons that you have available available for folks.
Sure.
Where should people go to keep up with you, to grab your book, all of that?
Well, the best thing they can do is just go directly to the website, which is www.karimellis.com. But I'm on every platform at this point in time, every social media platform. But what I want to do to viewers of this show today, and I'm only going to do this for 72 hours. So after 72 hours, do not blow my spot up. But if you go to my Instagram, which is Karim Ellis 2.0, let them know that you saw me here on today's segment. My team will give you a free digital copy of GPS My Success, that best-selling book.
Oh, that's fantastic. Listen, only 72 hours.
72.
Like you said, do not blow them up after that. And, you know, lastly here before we go, what would you say is the biggest lesson that you learned in placing second out of, it was that 150,000, then it was that 30,000, but what was that biggest lesson that you learned?
So the biggest lesson I learned is be prepared for opportunity. There are 3 guidelines that I love, which is called leadership, influence, opportunity. And what that means, when I discover what I do exceptionally well, my job is to do it at such a level that the world sees me as a leader at doing that. Once I'm seen as a leader, I start to influence the world around me, so I start creating influence. And once influence is made and impact is made, that opens up the gateway for opportunity, which reloops the cycle all over again. So the thing I would tell people today, be on the lookout for opportunities so you can share your gifts and talents with the world.
Well, Dr. Karim Ellis, thank you so much for coming in. We really appreciate it. Your book, GPS My Success, is available on your website and also on Amazon as well?
Absolutely. You can get it right on Amazon.com, and it's cheaper than $20. Best deal you'll get this year.
Oh, we love that. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much.
I appreciate that.